Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to Jason is a social scientist. By Mouth Daily Pill number 232 begins now. La 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 la. Let's start right away by danging the dang show. Yes indeed, yes indeed. To group will go to acid math. And that's one. And we're out to the Discordian Society. That's two. And let's go to Proud Stoners. And I smoke weed. And Republic of Kyrgyzstan. Bring the trolls in right away. That's the environment I thrive in. Okay, that's 5. Engage echo chamber. Max is at the Vegas airport. Are you gambling and smoking? Vegas, that's like the opposite of Utah. Meow, says Max. Vegas airport. Thank you for sharing the show, Dana. I only can dang 5 every 5 minutes now. Meow, says Max. Thank you for sharing the show, Dana. Nicola, good morning. 5 every 5 minutes now. I'm sorry, Max. Get on that, Max. Parisi is here. My bird friend, how are you? How are you? How are you? Hey there. Hey there. Who was just said that? Thank you, Nicola. Yay. Spread me like a virus. Spread me like a friggin' virus. Colleen is here. Hey, family. Max is vroom, vroom. All right. What else are we going to do? We got to build up the echo chamber. Sweep the floors in here. Sweep the floors in here. Dana likes the music. Do 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 do. Dana likes the music. Go Gadget Mini Player. Fireplace. You can't people watch when you're gambling? Is that what you mean? It is more fun to... Go Gadget Mini Player. Fireplace. I just like the Wheel of Fortune slot machines, personally. You can't people watch when you're gambling? Right? Sorry, Nicola. There we go. I need 2 sticks to rub together. No, I like watching people. Especially with sunglasses on. Because then they can't see that you're watching them. And I also like to wear goggles at the pool, and so I can swim by people and look at their butts. Okay, we'll do one more timer and then share it 5 more times. Also, okay, we'll do one more timer and then share it 5 more times. You're welcome, Nicola. Nicola, you're very welcome. Any butts, any butts. You're welcome, Nicola. The closer, the better. You swim up to him. I'm just swimming here. What? Any butts. Like personal space is oriented a lot differently underwater. People can't be aware of all their different sides. Personal space is oriented a lot differently underwater. People can't be aware of all their different sides. Well, I'm subtle about it. I don't gawk, but like if I like what I see, maybe I'll swim by a second time. Well, I've been too shy in the past to gawk. Like, if somebody made eye contact with me, I'm like, and then they're like, then I might gawk for a little bit more. I don't know. My sensibilities have changed. And then they're like, then I might gawk for a little bit more. I don't know. My sensibilities have changed. We got to hang some ships tonight. Oh, we got some incense to burn too. We got to burn some incense. We need our smoke effects and our flame effects. We got to hang some ships tonight. Oh, we got some incense to burn. We got to get the mirrors up and running. We got our smoke effects and our flame effects. Is that Crystal? Hey, Crystal. We got to get the mirrors up and running. Oh, I would love to commission one, Dana. Is that Crystal? This one, I feel like this one is getting so much abuse because I don't take care of my things. Man, it's lasted this long because most of my shit's sat in boxes for 20 years. But I feel like this one is getting so much abuse. Yeah, I've had this hat since I was 15. I got it at, and I'm 38 now. I've had it for 23 years. Go Gadget ass grab, says Max. Dang it to heck, Max. You're in the penalty box. I got it at St. Vincent de Paul in Baraboo, Wisconsin. It's like a Catholic resale shop. We used to sell. My dad and I used to sell Tootsie Rolls outside the front of it because he was in Knights of Columbus and they'd raise money for. I don't know what Knights of Columbus raises money for. Why does Columbus even have knights? King Columbus. Who's Columbus anyway? Nicole Breyer says, "Hey Jason, how are you doing? LOL." What did I say? Okay, because I knew I'd get asked that question tonight, and I was feeling like shit. Like always when I get up here in front of people joking around. What did I say? Okay. And then I hem and haw. I'm like, no, I'm feeling like shit. Dang it to heck! Oh, I gotta do the. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. You want to see it? I just got it today. I just got it today. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Dang it, the heck. You want to see it? I just got it today. I just got it today. I don't know. It's decent. It's dense. This is madness, says Carl. Carl. Why did I just call you Carl? Max. Do I even know anyone named Carl? Yes, I do. Madness, says Carl. I wasn't thinking of that Carl either, though. I was thinking of Carl with a K. Do I even know anyone named Carl? Yes, I do. I wasn't thinking of that Carl either, though. I was thinking of Carl with a K. All right. Where is this incense at? Time for this is. Dang it! Right the heck. Worm on a string for the display. A worm on a string? You sick man. I've got a worm here. All right. Okay, Max. Worm on a string? You sick man. I've got a worm here. All right. Okay, Max. Carl! I see. Carl, I'm very sorry. Of course I know you, Missig. How could I missig you? Maybe that's the Carl I saw. Carl, I see. Carl, I'm very sorry. Of course I know you, Missig. Wormy. But you can tell the kind of play Max engaged in as a kid. With worms named Wormy. Wormy, meet Auntie. Good grief. I'm sorry, Carl. I'm very sorry. Here, why don't I hold up this football for you to kick? I do offer psychiatric advice for a nickel, too. I'll relieve your good grief. Here, why don't I hold up this football for you to kick? Oh, Parisi, I saw your hearts. Dumbass bitch has got a birthday. All right, that's a good shout out. Dumbass bitch has got a birthday. All right, that's a good shout out. Happy birthday to the dumbass bitches. Happy birthday to the dumbass bitches. Happy birthday, Cody! Happy birthday, Cody! Happy birthday to the dumbass bitches. Let's play record for Cody. Oh, that was the last fresh one. try Howdy Doody and the Air Doodle Part 1. This might not be music, this might be radio, I don't know. Let's see. Howdy Doody. I'm the cowboy you've done seen on television. Where's my train whistle?
That's my brand new super duper arrow doodle. Well, kids, this arrow doodle of mine is partly car, and partly train, and partly ship, and partly plane. It's all four all in one. Sure, Johnny and Sally. Just hop inside. All aboard! I push the button. And first, we're in an airplane.
I'm gonna share the show again.
Up we go, right to my own special happy world, the Howdy Doody world.
The Howdy Doody world? What is that?
Oh, it's just the most wonderful place. You'll see, Johnny.
Who lives in the Howdy Doody world?
First of all, Sally, there are singing animals.
Go on, what kind of animals sing?
Well, oh, what kind of animal goes quack, quack, duck, duck, quack, duck, quack, and what kind of animal goes quack, quack, a seal all day, and what kind of animal goes whoop, whoop, a dog, and what kind of animal goes tweet, tweet, a bird all day, and what kind of animal goes honk, honk, a goose, and what kind of animal goes moo, moo, a cow, all day.
Moo.
Meow,
meow.
And what kind of animal goes oink, oink, a pig all day.
So are you arriving, Max? Are you arriving in Vegas? Or are you departing from Vegas? Go, go, fire. Congratulations. That's awesome. Although my favorite part of Vegas is closed. Star Trek The Experience. Dado's landing, nice. Gender Norman says, what is this? Well, welcome. This is Jason, is a social scientist. Bymouth the Daily, pill number 232. We're listening to Howdy Doody. But my show isn't the Howdy Doody show. It could be, though. And the pill is Triomec. It's a once-a-day pill containing 3 medications. Abacavir, dolutegravir, and lamivudine. Together they work in concert to suppress the replication of the HIV virus within my system. I take my HIV medication live on the Book of Face each day in front of friends, family, and strangers in order to embrace stigma, dispel ignorance, and find support. My HIV medication live on the Book of Face each day in front of friends, family, and strangers in order to embrace stigma, dispel ignorance, and find support. Well, thank you, Gender. Thank you. It's, the show has definitely evolved. It's just simple premise, but it's the show's growing both in length. I go 4 hours every night, and yeah, like there's a lot of bells and whistles that have arisen around it.
What, kids? We're way up in the sky again.
Yeah, but I don't see any rainbow, Howdy.
Well, Johnny, you have to have rain before you can have a rainbow. And here it comes.
I don't like this one. Look, it's lightning.
Oh, Sally, don't be afraid of a little rain. Not in a howdy-doody world. You just listen to this and maybe the rain will stop. Cradle-dee-dum-dum, 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 cradle-dee-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding, cradle-dee-dum-dum. When friends get together, they don't mind the weather.
But, you know, so you asked how I was feel. Somebody asked how I was feeling earlier. Feeling like shit, but that doesn't mean there's not bright spots in my day. And I had an awesome time hanging out with a friend. He made some chicken, and we like caught up and shot the shit and watched some YouTube videos. It was good stuff. But I just don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to do relationships. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to do anything. It's just, and like I don't know myself. I certainly can never figure out other people. It's just too overwhelming. Nick has the same shirt. Love it, nice. People are weird and hard, right? Sometimes the hard part is the best part. Sometimes not. You never. Like, it's all relative. It's all based on your perspective and how it's forced, and whether you like it or not. Did I eat some noodles today? No, I don't think I did. Let me try to think. We had chicken potatoes at my friend's house, wasabi. Kim says, Jason! Hey, Kim! Gam Project. Peace!
One more push of the button. And we're off.
I think we gotta readjust this. I think we can do a better job.
Life is full of fun and joy for a howdy-doody boy and a howdy-doody girl in a howdy-doody world. The way that you laugh, the fun that they have, this here is flying higher than the next of when you're right. It's a howdy-doody world, all the people here I come.
It's a howdy doody world, all the people here I come. Dang it to heck it to dang. All right. Let's listen to some Edward R. Murrow radio broadcasts and dang the show a little bit more. Just dang it in spurts, dang it in waves. I must say this fancy needle is certainly giving better sound. First time I've ever used, it's lasted longer, but I started using it than other needles, but I started using it yesterday, and it's holding its sound much better. And it can tell the record stays on track too, which is cool. Like, it doesn't jump onto the label and destroy the label.
The President of the United States. Your name is Sam Rayburn. You lift your gavel and rap for order at the joint session of senators and representatives, many of them bitter foes of the man on the rostrum. Cheer him madly, because like most Americans, they are angry, frightened, and confused. And he is the President of the United States. Yesterday,
Thank you, Sina Regina Mulvaney Evelyn.
1941, a date which will live in infamy. United States.
I do just come up with stuff, Tyler. I just come up with it. It's just right there. It's amazing, isn't it? No, like, if I planned shit, I'd feel like a dope standing up here, but like nothing I planned could be worth writing down. I just come up with it. Right there. It's amazing. It's more fun. It's just like hanging out. This is more like just hanging out. I don't just come up with it. Like, you are all my foil, and I guess I use myself as a foil too. That's a lot of the toys are garage sale purchases. This is a Cars stop and go light I got at a garage sale. That I don't know. I don't know. The doll furniture. This was my mom's.
You know the terror of that sound. You know it can never be imitated. It is the shimmering wail of 100 sirens bouncing off the echo chambers.
The echo chambers! I forgot about this. I haven't played this one for a while.
If you were on Bataan that night, or the Burma Road,
It's all about the sound of war, too.
A year later, you know that when a howitzer shell explodes, the jungle screams back. From Rayburn's gavel to the warning signal of the D-Day Armada. Our glossary of war words reached round the globe and back again. Corregidor and Sevastopol, Scobie and Wainwright and HMS Prince of Wales, Sidi Barani and the Irrawaddy, Archangel and Bizerta and the Macassar Strait, Flat Happy, Radars, Spitfires, the Bazooka and the Molotov cocktail.
Gonna dang the show a little bit more. I'm gonna share five times every 5 minutes.
M1, JU-88, APO-885, OSS.
I have a 2-minute timer, which really is not really useful at all.
The Lido Road, the SWAT, the Hump, the Rebel Depots, the Piccadilly Commandos, and the beach called Anzio.
I mean, it's not like there's not other ways to do timers, but it'd be nice to have.
And the ceremonious pealing of Big Ben.
5 times every 5 minutes.
The discordant bong of our little liberty.
The discordant bong? I need me a discordant bong. I love this one.
This is Supreme Headquarters, Allied Expeditionary Force, and a man from Kansas with a message half the world has prayed for. General Dwight D. Eisenhower.
The Absurd Life.
A landing was made this morning on the coast of
Art design, abstract, illusion paint.
Expeditionary Force. This landing is part of the concerted.
Did I do Cellulites and Salvation already? I probably already did. I need a list.
Junction with our great Russian allies. The liberation, like the message that signaled it, came in many tongues. The French of Charles de Gaulle. La bataille suprême est engagée. Après tant de combats, de fureur, voici venez le choc décisif. And the Polish foreign minister in exile. Żołnierze, lotnicy, marynarze polacy. Wkraczamy w decydującą fazę generalnej rozgrywki i porachunku z Niemcami. Those who were there say King Haakon wept.
What am I playing? This is.
What
is- I Can Hear It Now by Edward R. Murrow and Fred W. Friendly, 1933 to 1945. A chronicle of the war and the years of crisis, told in the authentic sounds and voices of the men who made this history. Narrated by Edward R. Murrow. The actual voices of Eisenhower, Churchill, Roosevelt, LaGuardia, Wilkie, Stalin, Hitler, Al Smith, Chamberlain, Truman, Dewey, MacArthur, the Duke of Windsor, and also D-Day, Hindenburg explosion, FDR's funeral procession, and Lou Gehrig's farewell to baseball. Our Church of LaGuardia, Wilkie, Stalin, Al Smith, Truman, and also D-Day, Hindenburg explosion, FDR's funeral procession, and Lou Gehrig's farewell to baseball. Somebody's always mad. It's okay. It's okay. I'm mad, probably. Not really. I'm not mad at all. Yeah, this is side one. It has a crack in it. I think I'm going to put in a different needle because I want to preserve this one. I think the crack does a... Also running across the label also seems to do it, but... I'm going to use, instead of this needle, we'll use... There's no use telling people what they should do. Especially, well, I mean, if I were king or emperor or Mark Zuckerberg, I guess I could block people, but, like, that feels like they win. People either have to, like, love me or walk away, one of the two. Or they'll just have to, like, or stay and hate. They stay, I don't know, whatever it is. People either have to, like, love me or walk away. Everyone must love me. Or stay and hate. I will not rest. I don't know. Whatever. Emma says, how many tabs does it take for you now? Well, I think anybody with a fresh restart of 3 days could take, 3 is probably, that's gonna send anybody. I had somebody tell me once that if you just take more, it just lasts longer. You only can trip so hard. I'm no expert. I'm not a doctor. But what am I doing? Oh, I'm answering. Distracted. Making me nervous. Distracted, be nervous. Needles, those were 2 different needles for the phonograph. Yeah, I'll show you. Just slide it in here. You have to put fresh ones in. Although, I'm switching. This one is the one we were using, and it's fancier. It's the first time I ever used one of these. I found them in that sewing machine. I think that's where I found those. Anyway, this seems to work better, but. First time I ever used, I found it in the record I'm going to be playing right now has a big crack in it, sewing machine, I think. And that tends to be hard on the needles, so I want to preserve this needle, so I took this one out and I put this one in. The record I'm going to be playing right now has a big crack in it, and that tends to be hard on the needles, so I want to preserve this needle, so I took this one out and I put this one in.
These are the sounds of days that are past. We record a new dimension of history. A scrapbook of sounds from 13 years of violence and achievement. Part of the greatest mass adventure man has yet undertaken. A voice can cut through the hazy fog of time and bring yesterday's images sharply into focus. Do you recognize this voice?
Hold the distinct, being the only nation in the history of the world that ever went to the poorhouse in an automobile.
That was the voice of Will Rogers, trying to teach America how to laugh its way through a depression. 1933 was dark.
Social science.
all over the world.
With fireside chats.
Japan was already in Manchuria, and the League of Nations was dying in Geneva. In Germany, the Reichstag fire was history. So was the Weimar Republic. In Italy, Benito Mussolini had translated the people's search for security into savage conflict. In rich, fertile America, fear and uncertainty lay heavy upon the land.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Franklin D. Roosevelt stood beside Chief Justice Hughes on the steps of the Capitol on that raw afternoon of March 4th, and the nation with 15 million unemployed listened.
You want to hear some dangin' music? Jesus bleh.
Just my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear
Big Mac, the quarter pounder.
fear itself.
He can't sleep. That's rough.
Unreasoning, unjustified terror.
Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror has paralyzed something efforts and retreat into advance, blah. Dang.
Experimental, and like a surgeon's most powerful drug, dangerous. Franklin Roosevelt and his corps of political practitioners, Hopkins, Tugwell, Mullen, Wallace, and Hugh Johnson, created the most controversial administration since Lincoln.
I thought I act of paper. Of paper, is that like I act of paper? I like that. Sounds royal, regal. I'm a knight of paper.
Disregard completely the promises and plans of political soothsayers such as Townsend, Parkland, and Huey Long. The bank account show that 1/150
Hey, Tiffany.
of the people own 2/3 of all the money that's in the bank. The only way by which we can ever bring this country out is to leave it pretty well. 1936.
Did you hear that? Redistribute the wealth. That is a phrase that rang through history right there.
It was also a presidential election year. But the biggest news story was in London and concerned political intrigue, an empire, a Baltimore beauty, and the King of England.
Did you hear that? Redistribute the wealth. That is a phrase that rang through history right there.
On the night of December 11th, as Big Ben told the hour, London cinemas were deserted.
Let's put on. I wonder if we can put it at least quietly in the background.
Eugene, Oregon, and Johannesburg. You could hear the world quiet down. This is Windsor Park. His Royal Highness Prince Edward. Okay, at long last.
Hack it to the darn darn. Hack it to the darn darn. Dude, what the frick? Hey there, Yuthan Yurojingen or Yorogian? I don't know. Have you guys seen my Woody and my cock? Hi, I'm Jason. I'm a social scientist. This is By Mouth Daily, pill number 232. Thank you for joining. Hey, Ray Anderson in the house. Cena Regina Malvini Evelyn says, Kim, just take it right as you get in bed. As fast as you do. Well, you know, I have really poor sleep hygiene myself, but I did work my first 6 years as a nurse. I worked night shift on the psychiatric unit, inpatient, and then I switched to day shift. But my 6 years on nights, I was up with a lot of people with mental illness. And insomnia is common, and the advice I'd give was similar. Like, take the medication 15-20 minutes before it's going to start to kick in. You don't want to peak when you're like running a marathon with your sleeping medications, right? Like you have to, but then and routine is helpful for bed. Like, you know, like try to go to bed at the same time every night. What else? But then, if you're laying in bed and you're having trouble sleeping, don't just lie there. Don't just lie there looking at the clock, watching the hours pass by, because, like, I know from personal experience that causes a lot of anxiety for me. And I think that tends to do that for a lot of people. So instead, like, get up every 15 minutes. Go out, like read a book for 5 minutes. They say don't look at Facebook because of screens and whatnot. I don't know. Or TV. So, like, read a book or something like that. Draw, maybe even. Like, do something that keeps you busy and then go back. Like, get up and go away from bed, and then go back and slave for 15 minutes, and keep doing that until you fall asleep. Because otherwise, you start to develop all these negative associations with the place you're supposed to sleep, and so, like, your bed is a place that, your body knows that, this is where I come to feel anxious. I don't know. That's my best advice. I just stay awake for 3 days at a time. I work night shift for a reason. I prefer it at night. I don't even start to feel awake until the sun goes down. I don't know. I was told a 15-minute thing. I wouldn't debate science, though. Science is a religion. No. If there's evidence-based to say you should wait 45 minutes, who am I to argue? But hopefully, maybe the 15-minute thing, maybe both things could still be accurate, because maybe maybe it takes 45 minutes to really fall asleep, but by 15 minutes, if you're not rested enough to, like, I don't know. I have these two right now, and then my wife has a phone. I think I have an old iPhone 5 around somewhere. I don't know. I've been looking for it. I can't find it. This is my new AIDS phone, though. It's a red phone, right? Just like Batman had, just like Adam West had. Commissioner Gordon? Yes, I think I saw a bat signal. Is it shaped like a penis? Oh. I swear there's a penis right above me. No, no. Yeah, right. Very funny. You wish. Yeah, you're a funny guy, Commissioner Gordon. Thanks. Whatever. Dang it to heck. I stopped taking my other pills. Probably should take them. Crackers here! Hunter Bendel says, "What's up with the shower live streams? I'm clean as a whistle." Well, let me turn down this music. Hunter Bendel says, "What's up with the shower live stream? I'm clean as a whistle." So yeah, Jason is a social scientist. I'm clean as a whistle. I think the inspiration behind that, it's, both shows largely fit under the umbrella of stigma reduction. And then I'm Clean as a Whistle has a even more specific focus on mental illness. I think the inspiration behind that, it's, I don't know, I'm a board certified psychiatric nurse, but I'm also a patient, right? I've been an inpatient psychiatric nurse, up until this last November. I've been off work, but before that, 12 years as a board-certified psychiatric nurse, a registered nurse, licensed by the state of Wisconsin, blah blah blah. And but in the past 2 years, I've had my own psychiatric admissions. I've had 5 psychiatric admissions, and I've suffered from depression for longer than that. 10 years ago, my lovely parents here, they both died. And so, I've been suffering with a lot of grief with that, and so, I know what it's like to be depressed, and plus I've just been around it for a long time, my professional experience. And for me, depression is not being able to shower. It's not checking my email. It's not paying my bills, even if I have the money to pay them. It's not returning phone calls. It's not listening to voicemails. It's hard time going to work. It's hard time going to the grocery store. It's hard time interacting with anybody, really, virtually, except my kids. Yeah, it's social isolation. And I know for a fact that, because I would talk about what depression is to patients, and they'd all be like nodding, yeah, that's what depression is. And it's social isolation. And it's really easy. Like all those people, and everybody, it's people in their families, they themselves, society as a whole will tell them they're lazy. Like, you're lazy. Like, I had a therapist that told me that in Arabic, I think there's no real word for depression. The closest word is like lazy. And negative reinforcement, beating up on yourself all the time, it just makes you feel worse. It's just more to be depressed about, and makes it even harder to get out of bed. And instead of beating yourself up for all the shit you're not doing, it's better to pick one small achievable goal that you can do each day. And like for me, showering is like I know for sure that I'm not doing that great if it's been a week since I showered, and so like by setting a goal that's achievable, that like you can like pat yourself on the back, like good job, Jason. Like you may be fucking up in all the other spheres. You don't say it like that because that's not positive at all. But like you may be fucking up in all these other spheres in your life, Jason. But good job. You got like you set your goal and you did that. And like, and I know for a fact when I shower, I more motivate. Like just having positive reinforcement is good to like. I don't know. Like it's like whatever. I don't know. I know being HIV positive. I know that positive energy really is. No, I don't even know. There's a joke in there somewhere too, but I'm gonna bail on that one too. Oh, and then another piece of that, like the advice I would give to patients is like, find somebody that you trust that you give permission to hold you accountable. Like, okay, so if your goal is to make a phone call each day, or your goal is to check your mail each day, or your goal is to, I don't know, what, like, have somebody that you can call out, like, you can talk to and say, hey, I did that too, and they'd be like, good job, because it's also really good to get positive reinforcement from other people, and that's also kind of the inspiration for doing it live. And I think, when I first started the show, I was doing by mouth daily, but I wanted, at night, and I wanted to do something during the day too. So I wanted to, like, I don't know, I just was like, wanted to be live all the time. Why? I'm not sure. That's a different rabbit hole we could go down, I guess. But and then the title for "I'm Clean as a Whistle" is like when I first was diagnosed with HIV, it was one of the first things I felt was like dirty all the time. And I know I'm not the only one that felt that either. And I just wanted to take a shower all the time, and 2 or 3 showers. It's a kind of dirty feeling doesn't ever wash off. Anyway, and Ferry Thompson knows what I'm talking about. Dirty is not a good feeling to have, and shame is also very often associated with dirty, right? Like things you should be ashamed of are dirty. Like people who are drug addicts, if you go to Craigslist ads, like DD free or something, like disease and drug free, or whatever. I feel like I'm double D untouchable. Although, like whatever. People who use drugs can be clean. People who have HIV or other sexually transmitted disease can be clean. It's just people who have dirt on them and haven't bathed. Those are the people who are dirty. I think, otherwise it's whatever. I don't even know. Anyway, this show is about stigma reduction, like embracing all the things that I've been embarrassed about. Well, dirty is not a good feeling. Very often. Clean is not alive. Clean is dead. That's what I feel like. Sterile. Clean. A clean room is devoid of life. It's devoid of fun. It's devoid of dust. I don't know what. Clean is not alive. Clean is dead. That's what I feel like. Sterile. Clean. A clean room is devoid of life. It's devoid of fun. It's devoid of dust. Sounds like Ben's dealing with some chronic pain issue. I'm tired of being ashamed just for being human. I was ashamed long before I had HIV. I was ashamed before people even knew that I was attracted to men. I was ashamed of being attracted to women. I was ashamed for wanting to have sex. I was ashamed to have, for people to know that I was having sex with my wife. Just because I was, sex is just so embarrassing, here. For years after I was married, I didn't tell anybody this, but we got married in Jamaica. My wife and I got married in Jamaica, and and our family was there. We stayed at a place called Moondance Villas. But then after they left, we went to another resort. We went to Hedonism. It's like it's a clothing optional beach where people have sex on the beach. Like I had fractured 3 vertebrae right the day after we got married, before we arrived, so I couldn't even tie my own shoes. But I was too embarrassed to tell anybody that I went with my new wife on a honeymoon to a place where people have sex. Like I don't know. I was like bottled up. Fuck that. It was dirty to go to hedonism. It was dirty to and I don't know. I was like a serial monogamous, practically a choir boy, an atheist, so I was always tainted in that respect. Like, worse than I was just as bad as any gay person or anything. An atheist is just as bad. It was dirty to go to hedonism. It was dirty to I'm tired of and then like I don't know, when I kind of I had isolated myself completely to I had mentioned earlier I worked night shift for a number of years. And so like my social circle was tight. I didn't see that many people at work. And then after kids, it tightened even more. I just had I had responsibilities at home to take care of the kids. And what? And then due to various reasons, which I won't delineate now, my wife and I. We're finding ourselves we weren't having sex and we weren't getting along at all for like a year and whatever. What am I trying to say? I'm really losing it. I'm talking about sex and I'm getting embarrassed. So like once I felt like once I was cut off from my wife, I didn't have any social connection. Like then all of a sudden I was just like thought I was content, and then like I don't know. So what? So yeah. So like once I felt like once I was cut off from my wife, I didn't have any social connection. Like then all of a sudden I was just like thought I was content, and then like I don't know. So what? Oh, so then but then that kind of compelled me to go onto Facebook, right? I was on Facebook. And I don't know, once I got on Facebook, I started to get more and more of a voice. And had always been attracted to men. And I'm like, why haven't I just said this to people? Like my wife knew. Like she knew before we were married. She knew before we were a couple. But like I didn't tell my coworkers. I didn't tell my friends in high school. I didn't tell anybody. And I was just too embarrassed about it. I knew it was too shameful. And then, I don't know, so, but like, once I got, I came out on I got on Facebook and I'm like, that's it. I've been thinking this shit for years, I'm just gonna say it. And I don't know, what's the point I'm trying to say here? And, my parents were dead, for one thing. I wasn't getting along with my wife. I didn't have any social connections. I was just sitting to myself and I'm like, why, who am I keeping up appearances for exactly? Who am I protecting? Like my parents? Well, they're dead and I don't remember why I would have tried to protect them from who I was anyway. My mom would have been fine with it. What is and then so I'm like, that's it. That's it. I'm going on. I wasn't getting along with my wife. And then, so I said to myself, if I'm going to feel ashamed for everything, from now on, if I'm going to feel ashamed, I'm going to damn well have fucking earned it. My parents? Dang it to heck. Well, they don't remember why I would have tried to protect them from, my mom would have been fine with it. What is And then Lucia says, hey, Jason, stopping by to say hello. Nice to see you, Lucia. I'm going to feel ashamed. I'm going to damn well have fucking earned it. Dang it to heck. Thank you, Barry Thompson. Thank you, Cracker. Mm-hmm. Nice to see you, Lucia. Well, thank you for sharing that, Colleen. Colleen says, my 17-year-old son just told me today that he is bisexual. That's brave of him to tell you, and brave of you to tell us. And it's awesome too. I love it. Thank you for sharing. Well, thank you for sharing that, Colleen. Colleen says, my 17-year-old son just told me today that he is bisexual. That's brave of him to tell you, and brave of you to tell us. And it's awesome too. I love it. Thank you for sharing. You know, and some people will say, didn't you think of your kids? Like, you know, or don't you think of your kids? And all I can say to that is that I want, like, being me, no matter who it is, hopefully someday gives them permission to be whoever they are, no matter what that is. And for me, they will get unconditional love. I will love them no matter what. Sometimes I might get angry. Sometimes I might get frustrated. Sometimes I might fuck up. But I expect that from them too. Like, because, you know, we're all human. And but my love will be unconditional. They will get unconditional love. I will love them no matter what. Sometimes I might get angry. Sometimes I might get frustrated. Sometimes I might fuck up. But I expect that from them too. Like, 'cause, you guys are being too nice to me now. Too nice to me. But my love will be unconditional. JJJ, son, son, son. JJJ, son, son, son. Dun, 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 too nice to me. And Fred Rogers even said it. Like, this is Fred Rogers is very affirming to me because he tells me that I'm fancy and fine, and I think you guys are too. But besides being fancy and fine, he said, one of the things like when I was watching, I looked him up and I read the top 15 most interesting things about Mr. Rogers. One of them was that, like, he was the same person off the set as that he was on the set, and one of the things that he said was that the gift of your honest self is like the greatest gift you can give another person. And I don't know, I think that's true. I think I must concur with that. Detmai says, is this real? It's a forced perspective, but it's live. I'm a wizard, perhaps. Alice gave me this drink. What do you think? Will it make me shrink? Rinky dink dink? I must concur with that. I love you, Fairy Thompson. I'm not sure if it's working. I'm not sure. I'm gonna dang this show a couple more times here. It takes a while for this shrink drink to kick in, you know, don't you know? I'm not sure if it's working. I'm not sure. I'm sure. It takes a while for this shrink drink to, you know. Big Mac, I can read on this one. It says, this is why I watch, because you're awesome. Big Mac, the quarter pound. I love you, guys. Thank you. Let's play a record. Maybe let's play the phonograph. Hopper! We need some king's horses and king's men here. Glue, tape, and glitter, because it's the best. I've got some glitter. But what? Ben broke? Oh, his back. He can't have the injections in his back. I heard that. I've been chatty, so I missed a lot today. Record. Some king's horses and glue, tape, and glitter. I've got some glitter. But what? Ben broke? Oh, his back. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty. The injection was bad. I'm chatty, so I missed a lot. Oh, I forgot about the drink. Whoa, I shrunk. Shrink. Rinky-dink. I totally shrunk. See that? Magic. You guys know I have glitter, right? Yeah, I have a PS4. This place is virtual. Anything you say just appears. I just download an image from it from the interwebs and it's here. This is like 22nd century Minecraft. I was built by a time traveler. It's like, it's Minecraft / Sims, sort of. The Millennium Edition. Story time, maybe? Story time, maybe? We'll try this one. We'll try it with this needle. This needle seems better. It's Uncle Josh Weathersby's Visit to New York. Laughing Story by Cal Stewart. Patented December 10th, 1901, November 25th, 1902. January 2nd, 1906. Well, let's see, the last one was 1909. I don't know how old this is, though, the recording. Uncle Josh Weathersby's Visit to New York. It has this, it's one-sided, and it has this label on it. The label says, "This record is manufactured under certain patents and licensed or sold subject to conditions and restrictions as to the persons to whom and the prices at which it may be resold by any person whose hands it comes into whose hands it comes. Copies or duplicates must not be made from it." I guess this counts as a copy we're making right here, perhaps. Maybe a court would have to decide that. I don't know. That's been governed by. No sale is authorized and no license is granted to use this record when sold below or current catalog or current list prices as may be established from time to time. A purchase is an acceptance of these conditions. All rights revert to the licensor upon a violation thereof. Any violation of such conditions or restrictions makes the seller or user liable as an infringer of said patents. I'm sorry you guys are suffering. Dang! I'm glad. I really like when I see you guys get support from one another. I think it's a real community. It's cool. I'm sorry you guys are suffering. Dang!
Well, the first time I come down here to New York, I never will forget. Well, the first time I come down here to New York, I never will forget it. I did have this doggone time. Well, sure, I was walking around and looking at the sights, and gee whiz, there was more folks on the side. Well, the first time I come down here to New York, I never will forget it. I did have this doggone time. Well, sure, I was walking around and looking at the sights, and gee when there was more folks on the sidewalk in New York at 12 o'clock at night than there is in Pumpkin Central on Sunday Day.
More what? Forks?
Well, I wanted to see about everything I could see. Among other things, I wanted to see the Brooklyn Bridge. We was going to build a bridge over our creek that summer that I wanted to get some ideas how to build it. So I went down to look at it, and I'll tell you, it was the biggest contraption I calculate I ever seen in all of my born days. Well, I wanted to see just how they had it built out on land, so I walked along looking at it, and I guess I must have walked a mile and a half uptown looking right far up at that bridge. Well, finally I asked the fella what to put so much of the bridge out on land for, and he said, why, it's darn old fool, you're looking at the elevated railroad. Well, he was getting along in the evening, and I was a little mite tired, and I looked around for a tavern to stay overnight. Well, I found one, and I went in and told them I'd like to stay overnight, and they handed me out a book and a pen and ink and told me to register. Well, I told them I didn't want to vote. I just wanted to stay in the hotel overnight was all. Well, they took me in the room, didn't have any chairs, no bed, or nothing in it. And I told them I guess I wouldn't sleep there. They said no, that was the elevator. Well, they took me upstairs and gave me 3 rooms. Well, I told them I only wanted one, but they said I could have all 3 of them. First was the prettiest little second room I calculate I ever seen in my life. It was just stuck full of rocking chairs and sofas and cushions, and that carpet on the floor felt like walking around our Haymow down home. Well, then there was the prettiest little bedroom I ever seen in all my life. And off from that was another little room with a place in it to go swimming. Well, it was all polished up, shiny marble and glass, and had about 90 load of towers in it, rough ones and smooth ones, and had all kinds of brushes and perfumery soap and hot water and cold water and flies. I just stood there and looked at it and wished it was Saturday night.
I haven't been ignoring what you guys have been saying. I don't know. I can only talk about my own experience, really. Like, I think when the first time I got really depressed, I always talk about this, but was the death of my parents, and that was in 2007, and my dad died in 2006. And my mom died in 2007, and I slipped into really bad depression, and I think that started a really bad opiate addiction. I became a really severe IV opiate addict. The first time I got really depressed, and with the death of my parents, like I kind of had a death wish. That was I used to say, like, it was a mantra. I would say, I wish I was dead. I wish I was dead. I wish I was dead. And that didn't improve until my kids were born, right? And that started a really bad opiate addiction. And I knew, like, until Jack was born, because I knew how close I was with my mom, and I just wanted to recreate that. You know, I always wanted kids, but I'm like, I just knew I would feel better, like, being able to, like, you know, it's not the same, really. It's definitely not the same. Like, I can't lean on my kids the way the way I would lean on my mom, right? And anyway, but just that unconditional love kind of and and so that like in 2010 I really started to feel better like after that, like, and we had, and I don't know, like, and then it wasn't until there was some difficulties in my marriage I went into, like, I'm getting to the point here that, like, I went and saw this, I went and had this partial hospitalization. It's like 6 hours of group therapy a day for 18 days. Like, it's basically like the programming you would get if you were in a psychiatric hospital, except you go home to sleep at night. And I told the lead therapist about, just what I just told you about, how I was really depressed. And I didn't start feeling better until I had kids. And she's like, it's great, Jason, that you found something to live for. It's great that you, like, it's really, it pulled you out of your depression. But your kids are gonna grow up, you know that, right? And then you're still gonna have to, like, have a reason to live, and that really stuck with me. It's like I can't have my reason to live outside of myself, right? I got, like, now my stupid reason to live is this dumb show. But like, what? I don't know. Then you're still gonna have to, like, have a reason to live, and so I don't know. Like, it was this show that helped me animate me. Like, but I don't know. Like, I've started to feel better, but, like, every time you get a hit, like, it's more likely to get traumatized. Like, every time you have an injury, and so it's like, my dad died, then my mom died, and then I was like, slipped in this severe opiate addiction or whatever, and that was really difficult to get over. And then, then the conflicts with my wife, and, like, the marital strife, and then the difficulties of, like, coming out to the world as bisexual, and then, like, and then some domestic violence that occurred. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm pretty traumatized myself. So what? Like and so yeah, like, I suffered some physical violence and before I even got the HIV and was admitted to the psych hospital, and then I sort of thought, I was like, all right, I'm recovering from that, and then the HIV, it's like every time I get up, it seems like I get knocked on my ass again, and it's like, I don't know, like, how do you get past trauma? Like, how do you, like, get past, like, I don't know. There's no easy answer. Before I even got the HIV and was admitted to the psych hospital, and then I sort of thought, I was like, all right, I'm recovering from that. Thank you for saying it's not a dumb show. It's good to self-deprecate sometimes. Maybe for me, it's my favorite kind of. It's not always appropriate. It's like it's a crutch. I don't know. There's no easy answer. I think finding ways to connect with people that feel safe. Like, I think that's like the whole social scientist part of the show, right? Like, it's about, like, I really believe that our connections with other people, like, what sustains us. Like, that's what it really fucking sucks. It's part of the human condition, but we wither without one another. But then, especially for those of us with anxiety, and I think most of us probably have more anxiety than some of us are just better at coping with it. Like, it's also terribly anxiety producing to interact with people, but we can't live without them. So it's like, they say that about women, but that's about the truth about everybody. Like, we can't live without any. Like, none of us can live. We can live without women, but we can't live without other people. We can't live in complete solitude, or we go crazy. And so it's ways to, like, for me, like, the show, like, for me, this was a way to feel safe. Like, I have a lot of social anxiety, so, like, I can look the iPad in it's cold dead eye right here, but like, if you were sitting here, whoever you are that's seeing my eyes, all of you, if you were sitting right there and I was looking at your eyes, like, I would, like, dart my head and, like, oh, I don't know, did that anger you? Did that scare you? Did that make you laugh? Did you like? What did you think about what I just said? Oh man, what should I say it differently? Should I have said it differently? Should I correct it? I don't know. What do you mean by what you were saying? Are they mad at me or are you not mad at me? I don't know. It's just too much. And your eyes, like, they tell me too much. And so this way is, like, feels safe. Like, especially when, like, I think especially after the HIV, like, it increased my social isolation even more because, like, some of my worst fears about what people thought about me came out of their mouths. Like, people confirm enough shit. Like, I don't know. Thank you, Big Mac, the quarter pounder. It says I have beautiful eyes. Dang it, the heck. I don't know, it's just too much. And your eyes, like, they tell me too much. And so this way, like, Kim Hopper says, Springfield, Missouri is the only place I know that has a complete psych ward for kids to seniors. We don't have there's a geriatric unit nearby here. But the place I worked for was called Meriter, now it's Union Point. I was a nurse there. They have not far from here, just like a 3-minute walk from where I stand right now. There's a child and adolescent psychiatric hospital, and then at their downtown facility, 20 minutes from here, 25 minutes. That's where I worked the bulk of my career, if you want to call it that. I was a nurse there. On the adult unit. Yeah, there's an adult unit, but they have seen adults there, but it's not specialized to seniors. Where I stand right now, there's a child and adolescent. You are awesome. That hat is silly. Well, part of my awesomeness, if I may be so bold, is my silliness. I am the jester, the court jester, and the judge, the would-be king. I don't know. What? No, now I'm revealing my delusions of grandeur. I didn't mean king. I meant emperor. No, I meant neighbor. I meant neighbor. I mean, is my silliness. I am the jester. Won't you be my neighbor? I'm the judge. The only king. I don't know. What? No, now I'm. Life is harsh. Kim's been through. Delusions of grandeur. I didn't mean king. I meant emperor. No, I meant neighbor. I meant neighbor. I mean. High score 100. Won't you be my neighbor? put that thing. Sorry. I got a fuck ton of books. I was looking for my nursery rhyme book, and while I found it, I found the American version of it. I found all my old Clifford books from when I was a kid. I found the very first book I ever read. We are the first begotten son of the flying spaghetti monster. S-U-N. We are a product of fusion. I was so proud of myself. Okay. The Monster Under My Bed. Suzanne Gruber. Illustrated by Stephanie Britt. I found both of these books when I had kids. I got my two favorite books that from when I was young, and I got them for them. The first book I ever read. We are the first begotten son of the monster. S-U-N. The Monster Under My Bed. Yawn. Mommy says it's time for bed. I found. Say goodnight to Fluffy. These books when I was a kid. Good night, Fluffy. I got my two favorite. Say goodnight to Duffy. Good night, Duffy. Young, and I got them for them. Thanks, Wood. Say goodnight to Daddy. Under my bed. Good night, Dad. Say goodnight to Mommy. It is time to turn out the light. It is dark in my room when Mommy turns out the light. Mommy says it's time for bed. Thump, thump. Bump, thump. What is that? Thump, thump. Bump, thump. What is that noise? The noise is under my bed. Scratch, scratch. Thump, bump. What is under my bed? Could it be a scary monster? Or a spooky ghost? It is dark in my room when Mommy turns up. Could it be a wicked witch? Light. Or a big hairy animal? Scratch, scratch. Thump, bump. Under my bed. Something scary is under my bed. Mommy, there's a monster under my bed. Mommy turns on the light. What is under? Mommy, there's a monster under my bed. Mommy turns on the light. A monster? There is no monster under your bed. Or a spook. Mommy turns out the light. Good night. Mommy brought me a drink of water. Thanks, Mommy. Thump, thump. Bum, thump. Bum. Under my bed. There's a noise under my bed. Mommy turns on the light. Mommy, there's a monster under my bed. Mommy, there is a monster under my bed. Monster under your bed. Mommy turns on the light. Mommy turns out the light. Good night. Mommy brought me a drink of water. Look, under my bed. There's a scary, hairy animal under my bed. There's a noise under my bed. There is a hairy animal under the bed. Look, it is Fluffy. Mommy, there is a monster under my bed. Say goodnight to Fluffy. Mommy turns on the light. Fluffy. Mommy turns out the light. Good night. Look, under my bed. There's a scary, hairy animal under my bed. There is a hairy animal under the bed. Look, it is Fluffy. I've also found, look at all my old Clifford books, like really classic ones. Look, I remember, I totally legit remember getting this at the garage sale when I was like 7 or 5 or something. And Daisy Head Maisie is one of my favorite Dr. Seuss. Daisy Head Maisie. Also found, look at Big Mac the Quarter Pounder. Not the lava, no! Bud Lover! Look, I remember, I totally legit remember getting this at the garage sale when I was like 7 or 5 or something. Like 31 years ago, I got this at a garage sale. And, right? Daisy Head Maisie is one of my favorite Dr. Seuss. Daisy Head Maisie. Mostly because it's about getting famous, becoming famous, and the ideas that grow out of your head. Fred Rogers would. Do you ever grow ideas in the garden of your mind? It's good to be curious about many things. 31 years ago, we got this at a garage sale. I gotta crank out that Fred Rogers mix. That shit was dope. Becoming famous and the ideas that grow out of your Jason is the hairy animal under David's bed. Fred Rogers would. Man. You ever I wish, right? Grow ideas in the garden of your mind? It's good to be curious about many things. You gotta crank out that. You guys gotta hear that. I should look it up. It's worth looking up. It's right on my. It's on one of my shows. I won't take long to find. Jason is the hairy animal under David's bed. Hardy har. I wish. Right? Tease me. That's there it is. You guys gotta hear that. I should look it up. It's worth looking up. It's on one of my shows. I could use some Mr. Rogers right about now. Jason is a social scientist. By Mouse Daily. Go to 209. Came out in 2016. The final results of the study came out, and all 5 of those people got HIV from somebody else. Pill number 200. Keeping a record of somebody, I'm a crazy person. Think to make you go, dang it, that hype. Not seeing here right now. I need a drink. I need a drink first. I'm just sober about that stuff. I think I found it. They can see me. We're together here. And you guys gotta go over there and give them instructions on how to get here. I should call Mr. Rogers right now, though. I should call and say, what should I say? I feel right now like he's really inspiring me a lot. And I think I found it. Red Rover, let everyone come over. I hope the sun comes down. I'm gonna get up and dance if it does. Kids suck the little people you can't drink with. You ever grow ideas in the garden of your mind? Oh, this is Do you ever imagine scary things? Do you ever imagine things? Things you'd like to have? Did you ever see a cat's eyes in the dark and wonder what they were? Did you ever wonder about things like that before? Did you ever grow anything in the garden of your mind? Ideas in the garden of your mind. Be curious. Alright. Never turn on notifications. Pigtails again. Maybe in a minute. What's on my mind? I don't know. Yeah, I do. I don't know how to talk about it, though. I don't even know how to feel. Well, I just don't know. Like, I have feelings for a person, and they live far away, and I think they have feelings for me, but, like, you know, we just met, and but I don't know how to proceed. Like, I don't know what's expected of me. I just wish somebody would tell me what to do. Well, what am I concerned about? Like, I don't want to like push things and make things seem weird and like make big expressions of love and say like, oh, you're like, I'm gonna commit to you and I'm not gonna have relationships with other people. I'm not gonna have sex with other people. I'm just gonna be committed to you. But like, and then is that what I want? But sort of part of like. And I don't know if that's just what I'm trained to do, but like, you know, like where I think that's what people want from me, and I don't even know if maybe that's what people do want from me. I have no idea. But like, so then I don't want to like say that, but then also like I just feel like in limbo. And so then do I have sexual relationships? Do I continue to like see people? Like, or is it an open long distance relationship, a closed long? Do we even have a relationship? Tell me. Answer me. No, and then how do I even, like... Is it... Do you just say that shit? Maybe I said something wrong. Don't give me... You can't guarantee. You can't see, and... I believe it. I really believed it, especially when it was here, but, like, then there's, like, all this doubt that, like, goes in my mind, and, like... Well, you know, like... I try to give a little without forcing, but maybe I'm just need to be... I don't know, like... And if it's not, like, if it's something becomes something really important to me, where, like, because right now I've just kind of been... I haven't been sexting with other people, right? You know, I was kind of free sexter, you know, I was, like, free love person, kind of, you know, like, everybody, you know, like... But then, you know, like, it's not worth it just for a little bit of gratification if, like, it ruins the chances. Like, and also, like, it's not even what I'm not, like, really interested in. Like, especially if he's interested in, like, me, I'm like, well, I'm really kind of okay. But then, if I don't want to just be, like, a dope either. Like, I don't mind being a dope, I guess. But I'm just scared, and I'm afraid of bringing it up. I know, right? But like, how I don't know how to take it slow. Like, I live my life out loud here, like, so I just feel really, no matter what I decide to do or how I behave, like, it's potentially watched by anybody, you know, like, and so, like, I don't know, like, so, and then I even have like, I don't owe like explanations for my behavior to anybody, but like, I feel like since it's out there, I should say something.
Of course.
There. Got it all out. Bud Lover says, live fast. And that, you know, that's kind of where I'm at right now, too. But, like, I don't want to, like... Do or do not, there is no try. My goodness. But I feel like I've, like... Oh, my goodness.
Where did I put the bowl now? Here it is.
Plus, I just, like, I don't feel... I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of anything.
Every episode back to back, 24 hours a day on Twitch.tv. And I'm just taking advantage of it.
Do I text him daily?
My broadcast, having it on the background.
We've communicated every day.
Wingman and Fred Rogers.
But I feel like... I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just like a nervous wreck, and now it's spilling out, like, here. I'm like, why am I doing this? Well, then, you know, like, I was spilling my guts, because, you know, like, I'm trying to have, like, a little discretion, right? I'm not good at discretion. but I'll try things, right? You know, and so I was like chatting and Facebook Messenger groups and like just talking to people for advice and what was I like? It's so loud.
Danish the Russian. Russian the Dane? No, it's Danish the Russian. Russian Danish. What is it? It's not my known, but it is.
Well then, you know, like I was spilling my guts. You know, like I'm trying to have like a little. Well, yeah. I was chatting it up in messenger groups, and what was it? What was the advice I was getting? Or like, somebody said you don't want to like, you know, like be overwhelming or too. I forget how they phrased it. Like, basically just be too public, like talking about what I was saying too publicly, and saying it ruined the intimacy. And I said, well, you know, and I think this is one thing, you know, like he really does seem to appreciate the show, which I hope that's some, you know, and what I said to this person is like, well, kind of a relationship with me comes at a price now, and like a certain, like, you know, there. It's hard for me to come up here for 4 hours and talk about my day without mentioning people on some level. Like I don't have to mention my name. Like, you know, he's came up here. What's one of the things I really, really love about him is that he came up here and stood right next to me and kissed me right here. You know, like, and wasn't afraid of putting his face next to mine, both literally and figuratively. And yeah, and it comes to a loss of privacy a little bit because I don't give myself any privacy, and so like to come with I give myself very little privacy. And so yeah, it comes like a lot of people like, yeah, I don't know, whatever, I have no idea. Stood right next to me and kissed me right here, you know, like, and was putting his face next to mine, both, and have it. It comes to a loss of Sina Regina Mulvaney Evelyn. Give myself any privacy, and so like to come with a little privacy. So yeah, it comes. I think a lot of people like, yeah, I don't know. Kim says, but he stayed. Yeah, but what if I did something that made him mad at me now? What if what if he came to his senses? What if like the air is better in Seattle and it cleared his head, and he's like, wow, whoa. Maybe he's just a really, really gentle soul, and he just feels incredibly. It's all mercy. It's mercy. No, I really feel like that's one thing. That's what makes me like him so much, is because like he likes me. Why am I having this? I should just ask him. I'm a chicken shit. That's why. I'm a chicken shit. That's what it comes down to. I'm a chicken shit. I should just ask him. Oh, it's like, be like, but I'm like, no. Well, some people don't want to move like light speed. The worry over nothing edition. Thank you. Here. Why am I having this? I should just ask him. I'm a chicken shit. That's why. I'm a chicken shit. That's what it comes down to. I'm a chicken shit. I should just ask him. I know. I have to compose a sonnet. I told him before he left, I'm going to compose sonnets and build statues to David, or of David. I'm going to build a statue of David 2.0. Thank you. Stop those things. Be creative. I don't know how to. I'm not a creative person. Dang it. I know. I was. I don't want to. You know, like. I want it to be sincere too. Like, I don't want to just be putting on a show for him. But like, there's not much I could do that wouldn't be sincere. Dang it! See, why am I like this? Well, he's from right here. He was visiting his parents. Stop those things. Be creative. I don't know how to. I'm not a creative person. But he lives in Seattle. I have to apply for disability. That's another really sweet thing he did. You know, like he offered while he was here to sit down with me and apply for disability. I don't know. This is and in a nice way, in a non-intrusive way, in a kind way, in a compassionate way. Well, he's from right. I don't know. I don't have my shit together enough to like. He's visiting his parents. Organize anything. Anderson Rush says, "Take your clothes off." Come on, take your panties off. This is a no panty party because no panty party don't stop. There ain't no party like a no panty party because no panty party don't stop. This is a wait. Okay. There ain't no party like a no panty party because a no party there ain't no party like a no panty party because a no party no. There ain't no party like a no panty party because a no panty party don't stop. Dang it to heck. Is it getting hot here? Social science suggests to take off all your clothes. It's thermodynamics. I don't know how to write a sonnet. I can't even write a haiku. I do not know anything about sound or syllables. I can't do it. No. I should learn though. But they could. I need answers now. I need to know tomorrow or yesterday. When the next time I'll see him. Exactly. To the second. I don't know about the sonnet. I can't even write a haiku. I do not know anything about. No, I think that more authentic would be just to write something in my own verse. Syllables. I can't do it. No. I should learn though. I know, but like I don't know how to express. Like I think he knows that I like, but like maybe I just like I just need to cool my jets. I need to just take, but then that doesn't feel authentic either. Being cool, like I tell him I'm trying to play cool. I use the shades emoji. Be like, I don't know when my shades emoji's off, like it's a hearts. But like no, yeah, like how's it going? Dang it, heck. More authentic would be just to write something in my own. Oh, Anderson's giving me a hard time. I pick up from Colleen. It's a hush, Anderson. She says. These are creeper shades. Creeper shades. Shades emoji. Like, I don't know. When my shades emoji's off, like. Look, are you going to hypnotize me? Are you going to Okay, all right. You're. I don't believe in hypnosis. Here we go. Deeply in. Wait, is that a pendulum? Hey. Are you going to hypnotize me? Dang it to heck.
I don't believe in hypnosis. Here we go.
Wait a minute. Dang it to heck. Wait.
D. Wait, is that a pendulum?
What was that gong sound?
This is my other show. It's on my other timeline. I suggest for the double live experience. Oh, you can see this is the screen is up here. This is the camera.
Dang it! Choke your chickens, please.
I'll be able to read your comments a little bit. I think here. I'm gonna take this into the bathroom.
That's a good idea, Big Mac. I need another bowl too. It's time for some communion.
So you can.
I look dirty. You would say that, Jane, wouldn't you?
Experience. And then what?
All right, Anderson. You upset Colleen now.
And
Wait. Don't worry, it's set on sun, guy. But like somebody take him to the brig or something.
take care of this.
We're gonna maroon him on.
Good night.
I don't know.
That's a good idea, but I need another bowl. So it's time for some communion. I look dirty. You would say that, Jane, wouldn't you?
So I don't know the backstory. Can somebody fill me in? I don't know.
Upset Colleen now.
Let's ask Woody. Can you fill in Anderson, Woody?
Don't worry, set on sun, guys.
Oh, Woody, I think you can. You and Anderson can fit nicely. Oh yeah. Oh, a train then. We'll go on a train. Very nice, Anderson. That's right. On Rush. Rush, we're gonna have a rootin' tootin' howdy doody good time. Oh, now he's good. I don't know. He rides a horse good, right? He's a good cowboy. Bareback even. Oh, that's not a snake, Woody. You know better. I'm just happy to see Anderson. All right.
Very nice, Andy.
He's stunned. I know he's stunned. He didn't see that coming. He never sees. No one ever sees the Woody coming. Uh-huh. Dang. Woohoo! Oh, goodness. Rush. The backstory? You want the backstory? Oh, I couldn't tell. Rush, this is all very embarrassing. But welcome. This is Jason is a social scientist. By Mouse Daily. Woody, I'm tired of you. Stop. Whoa, Woody. All right, come on now. Come on. What? Pill number 232.
We gotta keep our eyes peeled for rustlers.
Oh, it's all right. They can take what they will. It's all right. It's a good show, Mario. Oh, wait. Oh, I have no idea. Oh, so the pill is Triumac. It's a once-a-day pill containing 3 medications: abacavir, dolutegravir, and lamivudine. Together, they work in concert to suppress the replication of the HIV virus within my system. I take my HIV medication live in the Book of Face each day to embrace stigma, dispel ignorance, and find support. Dang it, the heck. Oh, yeah. Come on, Woody. Shut up. You ruined my whole bit. Does your Woody ever ruin your bit? Yeah, sometimes. Time to.
Everyone here? Good. Now mount up and let's get going. All right, false alarm. Turns out the stage got in the town. It's fine.
My whole bit. Hot Springs, Colleen, Nicole's Illinois, Kim is Sikeston, Missouri, Sikeston, Missouri.
Well, what's going on? Something wrong?
Sina Regina Malvina Eveland is from Kierdaline, Idaho.
Rule of being a sheriff.
Big Mac,
Law to the Wild West.
the Quarter Pounders. I'm from Inverness, but live in Kettering, Northamptonshire. Oh, there's something about Northamptonshire in this book. Something about Northamptonshire. Where? So, something on the. I think Jack Be Nimble. Let's try Jack Be Nimble. Big Mac. The Quarter Pounders. I'm from Inverness, but live in Kettering, Northamptonshire. Oh, there's something about Northamptonshire in this book. No, this is Buckinghamshire. I'll read it anyway. Jack Be Nimble. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. Candle leaping has long been practiced in England both as a sport and a way of telling fortunes. It was believed that the person who could jump over a lighted candle placed in the center of a room without extinguishing the flame was assured of good luck for the following year. It was a popular custom, particularly among the lace makers of Wendover and Buckinghamshire on the feast day of their patron saint, St. Catherine, on November 25th. What? Maybe bells of St. Clemens. Oranges and lemons, is it? Oranges and lemons. Let's jump over the candlestick. Candle leaping has long been practiced in England, both as a spring fortune. It was believed oranges and lemons. Over a lighted candle placed in the oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clements. You owe me 5 farthings, say the bells of St. Martin's. When will you pay me? Say the bells at Old Bailey. When I grow rich, say the bells at Shoreditch. Pray, when will that be? Say the bells at Stepney. I'm sure I don't know, says the great bell at Bow. Here comes a candle to light you to bed. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head. Dang it, heck. Lemons. When life hands you HIV, turn it into lemonades. The church referred to here is either St. Clement's in Eastcheap, near the wharves where citrus fruit was unloaded, or St. Clemendane's, a Wren church erected in 1680. Much has been written in favor of both. St. Martin's is probably St. Martin's Lane in the city, where the moneylenders used to live. The Old Bailey, built on the site of the old Newgate prison, does not possess a bell, but the bells of St. Sepulchre opposite was traditionally rung when prisoners were about to be executed. Shoreditch was a church once stood, where a church once stood, is just outside the city walls. The bells of Stepney, also outside the city walls, were probably those of St. Dunstan's. The famous Bow bells are those of St. Mary le Bow in Cheapside, the ones that told Dick Whittington to turn again, and within whose sound a true Londoner, a Cockney, is born. The game played to the song ends in a tug of war between the oranges and lemons, these having been determined by two players who form an arch and successively chop each member of the group, who then decides which side he will be on.
Also outside the city walls were probably those of St. Dunstan's. The famous Bow bells are those of St. Mary le Bow and Cheapside.
Good night, Fairy Thompson. Good night. One more for you. For this nursery rhyme's for you, Fairy Thompson. I had a little nut tree. I had a little nut tree. Nothing would it bear but a silver nutmeg and a golden pear. The King of Spain's daughter came to visit me, and all was because of my little nut tree. I skipped over water, I danced over sea, and all the birds in the air couldn't catch me. It is thought that this contains a direct reference to the visit of Juana of Castile, daughter of Ferdinand and Isabella of Spain, to Henry VII's court in 1506. Both Henry and Juana had recently been widowed, and in pursuit of an alliance with Spain, it was thought that a match between the couple might be arranged. However, Mad Juana, was clearly not in her right mind, and the plan was abandoned. This says it's a detail from a painting of Juana of Castile over the bier of her dead husband, Philippe the Handsome. Philippe the Handsome.
And Isabella of Spain to Henry VII's court in 1506. Both Henry and Juana
All right.
had recently been widowed, and in pursuit of an alliance with Spain, it was thought that a match.
Colleen used to know John Wallace way back in the early 80s. Nice.
However,
That dude can rock a mustache.
was clearly not in her
That's for damn sure.
The plan was abandoned. This is the detail from a painting of Juana.
Philippe the Handsome. I'm stealing that. Jason, the social scientist, the handsome social scientist. Wait, John Wallace. I'm thinking of John Waters. John Wallace. That's the dude from 60 Minutes, isn't it?
Jason, the social scientist, the handsome social scientist. Wait, John Wallace. I'm thinking of John Waters. John Wallace, that's the dude from 60 Minutes, isn't it?
Barbara Walters, that's 2020. John Walters. Wait. John Walters? No, I don't know. Like, I don't even know. I clearly have no idea what I'm talking about. clearly have no idea what I'm talking about. Hey. You're right. Y'all, I don't have cable anymore, Sigh.
Hey.
Cable. There's better ways to get TV, I think.
You're right.
I don't have
cable anymore.
I have HBO Now and Hulu and Netflix and a small library of iTunes movies I purchased myself. Jane says, I just wanted to thank you for being a reason to look forward to tonight. Well, thank you. Thank you. You made me feel pretty special, too. Thank you for thank you all for your kindness and support. Dang it to heck. Trying to smoke some weed. Ugh. Ugh.
Trying to smoke some weed.
Thank you for being a reason to look forward to tonight. Thank you. Made me feel pretty special too. Thank you for. Invite someone. I just shared the show again. Like, how do you mean? Like to be on the show? Oh boy. Soon.
How do you mean? Like to be on the show?
I want David to be on the show again.
I want David to be on the show.
I just did. I just shared it 5 times, I think, or 4. I lose track when I get nervous, and so then I err on the side of not sharing too many times. Because that really limits the show. Like it drops it by like literally like 20,000 views or more. Although the show that David was here and we kissed, that show magically got 5,000 views organically. I couldn't share it to groups, and it's because it was just sexy. I think it was just because it was dead sexy. Although the show that David was here and we kissed, that show magically got 5,000 views organically. I couldn't share it to groups, and you can't cut my hair. I just got to keep playing with it. It's part of my sex appeal. It's a way to advertise my anxiety. That's why it's like I'm a peacock of mental illness. Look how crazy I am. Just look at it. I'm a peacock of mental illness. Look how crazy I am. Just look at it. Ah!
My sex appeal. It's a way to advertise my anxiety. It's like I'm a peacock of mental illness.
You guys missed out. I read my short story the other night that I wrote when I was in the psych hospital right after I was diagnosed with HIV. You guys missed out. I read my short story the other night that I wrote when I was in the psych hospital right after I was diagnosed with HIV. It's vaguely inappropriate. What was too real? David and I just too real. Dang it! It's true. I've never felt like that before.
You guys missed out. I read my short story the other night that I wrote when I was in the psych hospital right after I was diagnosed with HIV.
It's true. I've never felt like that. Matt wants to hear it. Oh, it's dangerous. It's a danger. Did you like it, Colleen? You heard it? Anybody who was here? Was there anybody who here heard it? And did you like it, Colleen? What were your thoughts? Anybody who was here? Was there anybody who here heard it? I live for Danger. Nice. Matt lives for Danger. Dang Nation. Jane is 100% into dang. No, it's embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing to me. I was in a dark place and feeling really bad about myself. Maybe I'll give the preface beforehand. I was feeling really bad about myself. I felt like I got what I deserved by being diagnosed with HIV. And I was trying to figure out when I had caught HIV, and I was after talking to some people, like it seemed like there was I talk about it's a fictionalized version, somewhat, especially since I can't be in the mind of other people's, and my own thoughts about myself were just so negative. All right. Without further ado.
Especially since I can't be in the mind.
I should probably put my crown on for this too.
And my own thoughts about myself were just so negative.
Wow, no one deserves to get sick. No one deserves to get sick. That's craziness. It's just like it's part of like the natural guilt that I have of being raised a Catholic boy, and I don't know, like the stigma that society puts on people that like have homosexual attraction, and the way people view sexual relationships outside of marriage, the way people view sex workers. I'm not I'm more of a slut, really. I'm more of a proud slut than a sex, I would totally do an indecent proposal, though. I mean, come on. Whatever you want me to for $1 million. I mean, come on. Of course I would. Okay, so this is... okay, it's called Negatively HIV.
I'm not I would, you know, like,
It started off
I'm more
so altruistically. Well, as altruistic as one can be while trying to fuck
It started off
the brains out of a girl half your age. Her first appointment at Planned Parenthood went swimmingly, but she did not seem to appreciate the pink and blue cotton candy I purchased from the street vendor while I ran to the car to plug the meter. Stupid idea anyway. So she was pregnant, and I was horny, and my wife was malleable. Plans had been set in motion, and the abortion was imminent. 2 nights before the blood exposure was purposefully platonic. 2 girls, 1 bed, and no sex. I mean, I didn't want to seem like a creep. But the night immediately preceding the procedure, I got so much pussy. ... Placing your... I don't know why I'm laughing, it's because I'm nervous. Placing your fingers between 2 soft, wet, pink, pulsating clits, pressing together without getting cut, would make the even queerest penis hard enough to cut like steel, methinks. The darkness of skin contrasted by the astral nature of her pink holes would and could draw me in again. The event and the whore's eyes in the right twisted light still hardens my cock and perhaps melts my heart just for a moment of weakness. The deep gash I made in the inside of my upper lip by aggressively eating a pair of pussies for hours perhaps was the slow bleed that became my fatal wound. The fetal death, which preceded the fetid blood, came next, and I wanted to come again. To that end, I shaped my words and molded my wife's brain, and our house became, for a moment, a home of convalescence for a positively bright, dark sex worker recovering from abortion. I punished her ass that night because it is dangerous and not medically advised to punish a bloody post-procedure pussy. I ate again on the measly flesh of that discordant red-winged blackbird, the baby blood from that gash-soaked by tooth-gnashed upper lip. Now I'm positive, and without trying will always remain so. Fuck this whole negative world that will never fuck me again. Fuck the negatives. I am now positively blue in this bawling, faded cyanotype.
Red-winged blackbird. The baby blood from that gash-soaked by tooth-gnashed upper lip. Now I'm positive, and without trying will always remain so. Fuck this whole negative world that will never fuck me again. Fuck the negatives. I am now positively blue in this bawling, faded cyanotype.
Thanks, Big Mac. Thanks, guys. But then, you know what? found out a year late after I wrote that, like, that's not how I got HIV at all. It wasn't
But then, you know what?
from that person.
Found out
They never
the
had
year
it,
after
and
I wrote that, like,
I don't know who I got it from, and it really never mattered in the first place. And like I clung to this idea, like it mattered that like somehow I wanted to be special. Like we always, like, that's like a common human failing. We always want to be special, right? I wanted to be the special queer who didn't get HIV from like the way that everybody else gets it from. You know, I got it from I caught it from a woman. I'm special somehow. Like that would make any difference because people do catch it from women. It's ridiculous. Like. But like it was this story I told myself. I'd written about a story about. I believed it. Like lots of things were reaffirming it, and then all of a sudden, I was presented with like clear evidence that it wasn't true. And so then I'm like, well, it never mattered in the first place.
Who didn't get HIV from like the way that everybody else gets it from? You know, I got it from. I caught it from a woman. I'm special somehow. Like that would make any difference. Because people do catch it.
And I was kicking myself when I believed that too, because like I remember at the time when I was like, I knew I was like I was taking a risk, and I'm like, and I did. There was lots of times I did use condoms, like especially when anybody had sex with me or was fucking me, I made them wear condoms. And then, but I told myself that time in particular, like, well, it's safe because she's a woman, like, and like I will get it through gay sex. I'm like, and then I'm like, when I thought that that's how I caught it, I'm like, man, my own bias and stigma kicked me in the ass. Three parts to the Godhead. We and you, Jane and he, the flying spaghetti monster, and I don't know why it's just like the universe is, he's a drunk asshole, so he created gender and made himself a he. I don't know. Or maybe we should just start using a different pronoun. He's a noodle. It's a noodle. We all have one in our head. But anyway, thank you for sharing, Jane. Appreciate it. It's awesome. It is like it is important to like. It's important to talk about being human and be like, this is what human is, and let's put a face on it because we're all pretty much the same. If my theory is correct, as a social scientist, my theory is that like the human story is just one story with many facets, but painfully similar. It's like I think like a half, somewhere around a half ounce. We're all dang human. Fucking A.
My theory is that like the human story is one story with many facets. We're all dang human.
It's painful. It sucks. Yeah. Man, like even when I was a really little kid, before like this is how I know I've like somehow prone to mental illness a little bit, I think, or one of the reasons is like, or maybe I just like, I don't know, I had a little rough relationship with my dad. I mean, it wasn't whatever, but I got whatever, you know. Anyway, so I remember being a little kid and just saying, I wish I was never born. I wish I was never born. I wish I was never born. And I think if my memory serves me, one of the things that I stressed most out about was the fact that I was going to die. And I'm like, oh my God, I wish I was never born. So I never like. Well, I think, and then that like kind of fell back into a loop of any time anything was uncomfortable or upsetting to me, I wish I was never born. It was kind of like not my whole, but I definitely remember thinking that. I remember lying in bed, like when I couldn't sleep, I'd be lying in bed and I would just like, I would be lying there with my eyes closed and I'd imagine myself lying in my casket, because I imagined at the time I don't know what's going to happen to my body when I die now. If I die, maybe I'm going to live forever. If I'm even real. But, yeah, I would imagine myself in my future coffin, and it would be, it could be when I was an adult, but I would just know, like, you're gonna die, and it was just like, it would take my breath away.
Imagine myself lying in my casket, because I imagine at the time, I don't know what's gonna happen to my body. If I die, maybe I'm gonna live forever. If I'm even real.
But I was also a happy kid. I was a happy kid, especially really young. Like, I was like, up until at least 6 or 7, I was just happy.
I was happy to imagine myself in my future coffin, and maybe when I was adult, I would just know, like, you're gonna die. And it's just like,
Forgiveness, it's hard for me to forgive myself. And one of the things I say, one of my techniques to forgive myself is, I forgive and I love every person, everyone. And that way, like, you know, like, the stuff like, if I could love if I look around and see how the way people act, and I can love the terrorists, I can love the rapists, I can love the murderers, I can love the hardest people probably are the ones that don't like me. I can even love the ones that don't like me. And it's difficult sometimes, but, like, just focus on that, and then I'm like, well, if I can do that for everybody else, like, it feels like, well, at least I can do that for myself. I deserve at least as much as everybody else. I think we just need to set a low standard of like what human is, and a high standard of what it means to get what kind of rights and privileges, that whatever you want to call it, like. Well, Big Mac, I think, and this is part of the experiment, but I think we get back what we give out. Love is something that when you give it freely, it only grows, it multiplies. Love never divides. That's mine. That's all mine. I think I made that up. I probably didn't. My mom also said there's nothing new under the sun.
It's part of the experiment, but I think we get back what we give out.
And it multiplies. Like, that's why, like,
when you give it freely, it only grows, it multiplies.
You know, and I think most relationships are on some level meant to be polyamorous, if not multiple love, like multiple sex partners, probably at some point. But also, like, this is one of the things I'm really struggling with, and I think it's extra complicated by the fact that it's a long distance relationship. Is like how yeah, like, how do you like whatever, I don't know. I could forgo sex, like, part of me, but that's the conversation I have to have. Like, I don't even, like, and then, but I don't have to either. I don't know what I want. I think I would just, whatever I did, I would, what would make me feel bad is if it, like, either, like, it hurt a person that I cared about, or, I don't know. And even then, like, I would still do it if it was important to me. But, like, we all set priorities, I guess.
I could forgo sex.
Love, I don't think, like, I think love is cursed by the Abrahamic religions.
I think I would just, whatever I did, I would.
That's what cursed love and sex and relationships. We just need a better culture. We need to be bonobos. Human bonobos.
And even then, like, relationships, like, we would still do it if it was important to me.
We need to be bonobos.
But, like, we all set priorities, I guess.
Human bonobos.
Well, I don't think, I think.
But maybe I just worry. I'm worrying too much. Like, I really am worrying too much. Like, if it really is, like,
Abrahamic religion.
if it's love, like right, then like, but no, that's not true. You can do things that like ruin trust and ruin and hurt. Like so it's hard to take back like words that are really painful. Like who knows? Wyatt Vigil says, just me? Hi, Wyatt Vigil. I'm here too. My hair is like frizzy.
But maybe I just worry. I'm worrying too much. I really am.
You're just drunk.
Like, if it really is like.
And Colleen's phone froze. Dang it right to heck.
You can do things that like ruin trust and ruin and hurt. Like, it's hard to take back. Like, words
What up,
that-
social scientist? Colleen worries too. Like, I don't know how you turn it off. And mine's worse. I blame. I'm always looking for something to blame because it's convenient and it's better than blaming me. It's good to blame. I like blaming circumstances more than other people, but and then if it comes to like, getting the blame off me, I'll just pretend to take the blame, right, and be like it's all my fault, but like really come off like. And I don't know. I've got techniques. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just try to be sincere. I don't know. And then like people always just appreciate. That's a virtue in of itself. That's my only virtue, sincerity. But like, god damn, I'm a sincere piece of shit. No, I'm just. Dang it, the heck.
Blaming circumstances.
That's my only virtue, sincerity, but like, god damn,
Dang, 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 dang.